the strength to run my race, to have the courage to do just what it takes. Give my heart and soul to your will. It won't be easy, 'cause I'm a mess, yeah. Especially when I slip and slide off the track. Can you tell that we miss you so much? Hello and welcome to Sunday service with Michelle David and the Gospelsessions. We miss you. I miss your faces. I miss your smiles, your energy. I miss gospelizing with you. So we thought, what can we do? What can we do to give you just a little bit more in these times? I wanted to be able to take what we do at a concert. Well, we want to bring it to you at your home or wherever you are. We want to soothe your heart and feed your soul. Woo! And as you can tell, this is live, and anybody that's been to my concert, they know that I tell the truth. I'm out of breath. It's been a long time. Give me 2 seconds. I'm excited. Okay, so the first show, I said who could we possibly have that will soothe the hearts and minds? Well, it's the person that has the most ear-pleasing, butter-filling voice that this country has ever heard. He is he is massive. He has won the 3FM Award. He's won the Edison Award. He's played with Aleda Adams. He's been with the Circle Orchestra. I hope I'm getting it all right. He's been with the Royal Orchestra, ... And the Edison Award, actually, I found out, was the album Hopscotch, which was produced by Paul Williamson. Yay! So it's a family affair. So I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to introduce him to our Circle of Truth Ruben Hine. Yay! I'm so happy you're here.
Well, so am I.
I'm honored. Thank you.
Well, the honor is all mine. It's always a pleasure when I can share the stage with you guys. We've done this a couple of times. You've invited me a couple of times, and every time I go like, "Yay, I can do this again."
We feel the same. So you're,
great.
you're the. We should put the Gospelsessions +1.
Oh yeah, count me in. I'm
That
there.
would be good.
Yeah,
I love it. Now I have to be honest. When I was researching all things Ruben Hine,
Yeah.
I came across this song
Which one?
that actually stopped me in my tracks, and everything that I had written, I had to erase, and I had to start all over again because I love this particular song. I learned yesterday that we have something in common. We don't remember lyrics.
No.
So I'm hoping that you will.
I'll do my best.
I hope you remember this one. But it touched me, and I kept reading it over and over, and I kept thinking to myself, okay, what does it mean? So I want you to walk me through the journey of these two lines.
Oh dear.
It's the colors that bring me back to reality. It's a luxury to be free.
Yeah. Well, it's just that's a song called "Free," which I wrote, and it was a song I usually have difficulties writing. It just takes a long time. But this one was in a period, I think, where there was some turmoil in the world. We met some people actually who fled from Syria, and we hung around with him. And that was a moment I realized, like, it's such a luxury, and to live here and to be able to be free and to do whatever we're able to do and do what we want. And everybody has their own color. I mean, their own character, their own way of living, their own thoughts and religion or whatever. But it's we're free to do that, and it's sort of a reminder for myself and hopefully for other people to just to be to be who you are.
Yeah.
Wow. Good morning. It's Sunday morning.
It is early. I woke up at 4:00. Jesus. Okay. Anyway, that's another
exactly.
story.
Sunday morning.
It's Sunday morning. But I also read that, is this the same period where you fell out of love with music? Because I read that you said it was no longer magical for you.
No, I mean there was a period that was not this period. Actually, this was a period where it became easier again. Like, there's always these voices in your head, like, is this good enough? Is it cool enough? Is it is it credible? Blah blah blah. And this was Paul can tell because we worked a lot when I was younger. And it's always been a search, and now I'm at I sort of accept more the things I love, and it's not that I fell out of love, but it became with music, but it became complicated, it became science, and that's something it should never be. It's something. It's a gut feeling. It's something. It just. You like it or you don't, and it's fine if you don't like it or you don't feel it, and it's great if you do, But there shouldn't be judgment. That's, I think.
That leads me to my middle question. You just skipped over so many, but because this year, it started out great for you. You had this project with these young people, and you have the EP called Mosaic.
Yeah, wow, you've done your research.
Listen,
God.
I don't play. I do my homework. I do my homework. I heard that along with that project, you wanted to dig deeper into the young people. You wanted to not just pay attention to the instrumentation.
Exactly. So this is the NJO, Nationaal Jeugd Jazz Orkest, the Dutch National Youth Jazz Orchestra.
Oh God, that was perfect.
Yeah, and so this is a group of people between 18 and 25 who are at the beginning of their career, and they're eager and they want to play. But I remember when I was that age, I was only focused on the instrument and how to play it and the notes I could play and how fast I could play and difficult harmonies and blah, 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 blah. And I forgot, it became theory, it became technical. And I forgot the feeling part. And that's something I wanted to remind them of. Like, it's not about who's better than he or he can do that or she can do this, or, you know, it's just, it's a group effort. We're in this together, and it's love, and then you also have to show that to the people, and it's, and maybe that's something with jazz, that it sometimes becomes this technical, theoretical thing, and then it becomes boring.
Yeah.
You know?
So was it challenging for the young people? Because now everything is so instant. You
well,
know?
actually, I was surprised. They're in a way they're way ahead of me, because now, you know, I grew up with CDs and
Right.
records and blah blah, and, you know,
8-track.
8-track. But these guys, they have a completely different way of listening to music, because they have Spotify and YouTube or whatever. So they click on one link and then they say, oh, what's this? And they click on the next link. So they know so much music. They know the old stuff, but they also know the newest, latest stuff, which I don't know. And then, you know, so their spectrum of musical interest is extremely wide, which is really cool. And that's something they should use in the future, I think, because that makes them a
Well, that's good for right now.
Yeah.
We are all forced, even though I see that things are opening up, we have been forced to be with ourselves. You know, even though you may have a family, which I know you're a family man, we've been forced to be with ourselves and take stock and reevaluate. So you have helped them to their next journey. What have you learned about yourself during this quarantine that you didn't know
about
before?
The quarantine?
From yourself.
Well,
or did you not learn and something was confirmed?
I'm still in the learning process. I think.
Okay.
No, but it's, well, the funny thing is about the whole quarantine thing. Well, there's several things. You know, it all gets down to all the basics. You know, and the basic is my family is healthy, I'm healthy, and that's the most important thing. And that's actually quite comforting, as in a comforting thought. And I do see in the whole corona thing, it's horrible, of course, and people are having a hard time. People are very sick and passing away. But I hope there will be some good things coming out of this as well. I mean, the world is changing, and I'm a nature freak, and I'm an environmental freak, and I see good things popping up. So that's a hopeful thing. So basically, I'm most of all I'm hopeful for the future, and about myself. Well, you know, until now I've been fine with it. Actually, I mean,
you didn't learn anything new. You haven't learned anything new about yourself.
Well. Well, actually, I've always been like, I need to make new stuff, and I'm eager, and I wanna, you know, and I'm scared of. And actually, now it's all right. You know, the whole world is shutting down. Yeah. It's okay if I take it a bit slower. And pay more attention at home, and which I really enjoy. But yeah, well, slowly I'd like to go out and play again. I mean, it can be all, you know, like, oh no, it's fine. Of course, I want to play, you know, like everybody. Of course. And everybody wants to go out, and everybody wants to go to concerts, and we will. And I hope, what I do hope is that. Sorry, and I'm yapping a lot.
No, that's okay.
But I do hope that we, you know, we don't, you know, at a certain point, things will start to get normal again. And then, you know, we're so the guys here we're all Dutch, and we have this, you know, and the Netherlands is this place where everybody, you know, they chit-chat a lot, and they go to the bakery, and they have these stupid remarks with the baker, and then, you know, they say hi to whatever. Yeah. And I hope we don't forget that.
Absolutely.
You know, the we were talking about it earlier. The you know, there's obviously the disease itself that's horrible. There's the economic thing that's horrible, but it's, you know, we will get through that.
We'll get through that.
But the whole social thing, the fact that we can't hug,
it's just,
I find it horrible.
Yeah. Well, now we should appreciate each other more. You know, I'm learning that being with people is not a luxury anymore. It's not even. It's more than a desire. It's a necessity. Yeah. So hopefully we will appreciate each other more. Like, I appreciate the fact that you're here, because I do feel like you have been at the very beginning. You did the drill that I do with us
Yeah.
the first time. And so I feel like this is some type of reunion.
Was that the first time, Build on Earth? I think so.
I think so. Am I right? I believe that was the first time that you sat in with us.
One of the first times.
Yeah, one of the first times.
Oh,
We have
the first time
many.
that I sat in with you. Yes.
Yeah. So I feel like this is a reunion. So I feel like we should sing another song.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah? Okay.
Now, this is the moment
This
where
is
I get
the-
nervous.
This is when you get nervous? Well, that's okay because it's a party song. So, yeah, we just all party together.
All right.
Hey! No one told me my road would be easy. No one said my burdens would be light. We all have things that timing is off. Some things never change. I'm about to get naked.
Sunday morning.
It's Sunday morning, just like at the concerts. But I think we're hitting the 7th week or 8th week. I don't know. But by this time, I realized that everyone is a little stir crazy and you're ready to get out. I've noticed, even in myself, changes. Things are a little different. And I don't have all of the answers. So I was thinking to myself, what can I do? Because we not only care about you having fun and having, I know this is a Sunday service, but orgasms when we go to certain concerts, but we want to cater to something a little bit deeper. So I said, okay, being that I don't have the answers, I have to have someone that has dedicated their lives to making sure that you're okay. So this person, when I tell you, she's a friend, and I almost felt like I needed to run when I read her CV. She's remarkable, really remarkable. She's certified in the Netherlands and in America. She's a trained master practitioner of timeline therapy. I didn't know this, but she's a master at hypnotizing people. She's also a oneness blessing and a golden orb Deksha giver, which I'm going to ask her about that later. And she has over 30 years of experience that deals with the field of behavioral transformation, plus 17 years in the corporate business world. Please welcome to our Circle of Truth, my friend, Muriel Dow Mulder. Hey. I am guilty, really, really guilty, because I don't know whether to bow to you or just to really run out of the building because I'm a mess. And I was thinking to myself, all this time she probably was analyzing me thinking, what the heck? But I'm really happy that you're here. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I was looking at CNN one day, and the journalist was saying how, everybody's doing things from home. And he said after he finished talking about all of the devastation, giving out all of the numbers, of people who are ill and, gone on, he broke down. And he said that they don't get to talk about those things, They're not allowed to show but so much emotions, You have to be somewhat neutral. And so I got to thinking, if he, who is supposed to be so starched, I was wondering, how is it for those who aren't normally, strong? So my question to you, my first question is it all right not to be all right all the time?
Well, that's a beautiful question. And I think the answer is very simple. You just have to be you. And we have, we have good things, we have bad things, we have ugly things. But that is what makes us human. So, we just have to be ourselves. That means we have to be strong, we can be vulnerable, we can be sad, we can be happy. But it all makes us who we are.
True, but being that there are some who are alone, like not everyone has a family and you're by yourself, and you have some people who may suffer with depression. And so if I say to them, okay, just be you, maybe they're too deep. Like, can you get too deep into your thoughts? And when is it time to say, hey, I need to go outside of my friend zone, and I perhaps need help? How would you know?
How would you know? This is kind of an illness of the world today. And this is, in my opinion, also why this all is happening. Because we have been living too much from the mind only. We've lost connection to ourselves, to our hearts, to our feelings. So when is the time to say, hey, I need help?
Yeah.
When you can't get out of your mind anymore?
Yeah.
When you feel so depressed that you can't get out of it anymore. And it's okay to ask for help because you don't have to do it alone. This is why this is all happening. We've been doing everything on our own, running the rat race of life, you know.
Okay, I totally agree with you. I was looking at your website, and you had several. I Googled you, and you had all these different things that popped up. And there was one that really caught my eye because in certain communities, and I can't say here because when I came here, it seemed as if therapy was trendy, like it was the cool thing to do. Like all of my friends, were like, yeah, I'm going to my therapist today, and I was like, really? Because where I came from, it was sort of taboo or a luxury. So you have this site that says it's just therapy. And I got it, and I bust out laughing because I was like, maybe I too have put on the word therapy like this big thing that's gonna swallow you up, and so I love that. Is it taboo here? I mean, am I naive in thinking that everybody has a therapist here?
It was, it was taboo, and for the record, this is not my site. This is just a site I'm a part of.
Gotcha.
And it was definitely taboo. I mean, it was not normal to have a coach or a therapist because, oh man, are you crazy then,
Yeah.
But nowadays it's quite normal. But, I think, I'm very simple. I mean, leadership to me is that you are able to lead your own life. So leadership is not that you have this big fancy job or, making lots of money, because leadership is just leading your own life. And when you lead your life, that means that you have to do everything in your power to make sure that you are happy.
Do you go to the corporate world with that? I mean, how do you get a bunch of
Oh,
CEOs to really sit down and go, she's right, or even to open up themselves? I'm sure that's a bit challenging, no?
Yeah, it is very challenging, to be honest.
Do you have to have therapy after that? I'm sure.
I have therapy myself.
Yeah, I'm sure. So I took a course, which I heard the course was via you, and I didn't know it. I took the 21-day meditation. And they was like, no, that's from Muriel. I was like, oh my God, I loved it. I was so hurt that it ended. I didn't want it to end. So I'm really glad now that people are not looking at meditation as this mystical, flower child beat group.
I forgot my sandals. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Or this anti-God thing. I'm glad that people are into meditation. Is there a wrong way to meditate?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
There's no wrong way to meditate. Meditation is just about being present, being in the moment. And there are two things which are always in the here and now, which is your body and your breath. And connecting to your body and your breath, that's the only thing you have to do. You don't have to sit for half an hour a day to meditate. You don't have to sit even to meditate. You can do meditation walking. You can do it with your eyes open. You can do it while you sing. You can do it while you make music.
Okay.
I mean, you can do it running. Yeah, there's this BS story about meditation, but it's
okay. Then I'm gonna put you on the spot because that was my next question. I think that very soon we're all gonna get back to our hustle and bustle, and everything is gonna go, open up, and we're gonna forget. Maybe some people will forget about this period of being zen and calm. So, is there a meditation on the go? Like, what can I do? Like, I'm nervous now, and I'm trying to get myself together. I've been in front of thousands of people, but being here, in this space and knowing people on the other side watching, I'm afraid they're gonna, write some crazy stuff about me or us. So how do I zen myself in the moment? What's the meditation?
Moment, immediately.
Yeah.
Can you put your hand on your heart? Is that okay?
Well, yeah.
Hand on your heart.
Yeah.
Breathe in and out through your heart.
Oh.
Just breathe in and out through your heart.
Okay.
Feel your feet on the floor.
Okay.
And feel how your sit bones are touching the ground that you're on. You don't even have to close your eyes to calm down.
See, that's a myth.
You don't.
Okay.
It's just that you shut down the visual stimuli, that's all. So it makes it more quiet on the inside, but just Breathing in and out through the heart. Reminding yourself of all the things you're grateful for. If you would be able to also bring your hand to your belly. Like one hand on your heart and one hand on the belly.
Oh.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. Like under your navel, to be more specific. And then breathe in, 3 counts. And breathe out, 5 counts. Just do that, even 3 breaths calms down your whole nervous system. And also a very simple thing is, to get out of your mind, think about all the things you're grateful for.
That's beautiful.
Because gratitude connects you to your heart. Then your heart starts to release oxytocin, which is the love hormone. It makes you feel good. That's all you have to do.
Well, thank you.
It's so simple.
It's simple.
Welcome.
We don't have to do a whole lot. Just breathe.
Yeah. And be
grateful.
present.
I love it.
And be grateful.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I'm really honored.
Thank you.
Thank you. So, guys. Hello. I'm always doing the talking. And I only, somewhere in the middle of a concert, I introduce my brothers, my dudes, I call them. And I want to hear from you. For those who maybe are tuning in and you don't know the names, Arno, Paul, Boss, our +1, Ruben, you know him already. But I didn't realize just how much you guys are in my life and how much I really missed you. And whenever I see you now, it's like, it's like a new thing. Like, okay, hi, my name is Michelle. Pleased to meet you. It's, hi, it's always new. But I'm curious because we're not doing our normal. I think right now we would be somewhere in Germany, with each other. How has it been for you? What have you been doing new? I mean, I think they want to know, what's behind the wonderful players up here. Like, oh no, I heard you have an apple tree.
Yeah, I got 1 apple tree. So I planted 1 apple tree now, but basically I'm working in the garden. We got a little plot now, and we're growing vegetables and stuff. Somewhere I read.
I love it.
Planting your own food is almost like, printing your own money now.
Yeah,
so that's
absolutely.
cool. And besides that, I'm also doing the Wim Hof method. It's also,
beautiful.
We were talking about meditating.
Yeah.
It's a bit different, but also with deep breathing and cold showers. And it really helps. It makes you really feel good.
He's the Iceman.
He's
right?
the Iceman, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But especially, when you wake up and then before you have breakfast, you do the deep breathing method.
Yeah.
Then you feel really zen almost. And then you get out of bed, get some tea or coffee, eat something. And then jump in the shower and then take a cold shower. And then your day starts with an up instead of with a down. So that's
it doesn't
really
shock
cool.
your body? Or
Yeah, it does. But that's the whole point.
Is it painful? Because cold stuff makes me hurt. It doesn't hurt?
No, after about a minute and a half, 2 minutes, you start to get warm.
Oh, wow.
So you don't even feel the cold.
Feel it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to try
So that's pretty cool.
I'm going to try
Yeah.
it.
The first 2 minutes are agonizing.
Yeah. And after that, you just take a warm shower. So.
Yeah, after that, I have to bring it in.
Oh, sounds like a dream.
Boss, what have you been doing?
Going to the inside, basically.
Yeah?
Just do what's important. Going to the inside, be at home.
Yeah.
Basically, all the small things that become very big and very. You see how important those things are.
Yeah.
That's really nice. And just
What have you learned new about yourself?
be more patient.
You're
I
not
think.
patient?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, a bit impatient sometimes. I mean, you can't do anything now. I
Yeah,
mean, you
true,
can't play.
True.
And I'm very happy we do this. And
Yeah. Oh, cool. Everybody wants to know about the hair, man. You cut your hair off. That's one thing.
Well, it's already growing.
Yeah.
I need to go to the hairdresser, but
Don't do it yet. Don't do it yet. So, how has it been for you being away?
well, I guess it's a bit the same for everybody. It's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice in a way, to be home and
Yeah,
know,
you have two little
read,
ones.
Read, yeah, I have two little ones and read books and stuff like that. But sometimes it gets a bit. If you think about the future too much, or you
Yeah.
read too much articles on Facebook, then
Oh,
it
yeah,
gets a bit
it's-
depressing.
True. True. Have you come up with any new stuff for us? Are you brewing? Is something brewing in your head?
No, not really. I've been working on really old demos that I've made with Klaus, our percussion.
Ooh. Ooh. Are you going to share it with the class? Are you
Yeah,
gonna
I might, but I also might not, because that's the whole point for me in this thing. Is it's really, I do it for myself,
For
just
yourself.
because it's nice, and that's what's nice about this period for me. That I totally
There's no
took
pressure.
off the pressure to
Yeah.
for it to have to be for something. It's just because I like to do it, and I don't know.
No, I get that. I think one of the things I keep saying to myself, when we finish with this, we all should have about 15 new skills. Yeah, because I'm like 15, because I'm like every day is a new something, you found. But what I have noticed is that I do miss our music, and I do miss singing, and
So, Michelle,
miss
what have you learned about yourself then
about myself.
in this period?
I learned that I don't give enough time to myself. Yeah.
So, and has it gotten easier in this
It-
period? Because
Yeah, I was forced to.
Yeah, exactly.
to, and I always thought that I had to be doing something. It's like I gotta.
Yeah.
So of course I crocheted a skirt, and I'm learning the ukulele, and I'm writing like crazy. But there are moments where I'm like, listen, hello, you don't have to be busy all the time. So I learned that I'm really a workaholic, and I need to work on that, and cater to my own feelings and heart and movement and dot.
it's
So I
okay to
learned
do
that.
nothing. for
It's
a while.
okay to
Yeah.
do nothing. Oh my
exactly.
God, it's okay to do nothing. Not now though. I want you to continue watching. But yeah, that's what I learned. But I miss our music, and yeah, let's do a song. Let's do oh, I love this song. There's a place. Yeah. There's a place where weeping and shall be no more. And I wanna go. I wanna go where Jesus is. There's a place where sorrow will finally have an end, and I wanna go. I wanna go where Jesus is. One day I'll see my loved one's face. Tears of joy will fill my empty space. And see the angels as they give praise. We'll go on and praise His name. They tell me there's a place where weeping and shall be no more. And I wanna go. I wanna go where Jesus is, where love is. Thank you. We definitely Appreciate the fact that you have hung out with us on this Sunday morning. And we want to hear from you. We really want to hear from you. So maybe there's some questions that you have for me or one of the guys. Or even though I don't know if Ruben's going to be here, you still can ask a question. I'll be sure to ask him, and we will get back to you and answer it. So if you would go to our website, www.michelledavidandthegospelsessions.com, click on Contact, and write us a message. We will definitely, I promise you, I will read it, I will come back, I will answer the question, and I will give you a shout out. That's a promise. And during the week, if you feel like you need just a little bit more of a pick-me-up, please go to my podcast, and you'll hear a little bit of what we did today, and that is IG 2020 Podcast. And it's on Spotify and iTunes. That's IG 2020 Inspirational Grooves Podcast. You gonna sing with me again?
Sure.
Yeah. Love, we can't do without love. You have shown and given us unconditional love. Love, we can't do without love. You have shown and given us unconditional love. Love, oh love. Love, oh love, I love the way you love.
Joy, we can't do without joy. You have given us a joy, unspeakable joy. Joy, you have given us joy, beautiful, wonderful joy, unspeakable joy. Joy, oh joy, joy, oh joy, I love the way you love.
Come on, Paul. It is such a blessing for you to give out your time to spend with us. And we just wanted to give you a little more. And we hope that your heart was filled and your spirit was uplifted. And as I always do in the concert, I like to bring a little bit of home to the show. And so what I used to love when I was a little girl about our services was the end. I loved when whomever was ending the service made sure that everybody was on one accord. And so they would either say a scripture or some kind words that would keep us during the week. So I want to leave you with this. May the love of life and the sweet communion of humanity rest, rule, and abide within us until we meet again. Let everybody say love. Everybody say love.